Okay, I don't know if it's streaming or not. Let me go to YouTube. Oh. There we go. Okay. Hello, May. I don't know the delay on this, so forgive me if it's not up to snuff. Hello, Hoppy. Today I am going to try to design some characters for maybe a tune in the future. I'm not sure. It's going to be safe for work. Probably. I don't know. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's see here. There's only one technically... Oh no, already scuffed. There's only two male characters so far, so I might design a fella. How are you two doing today? Hope you're doing well. Technically third Ava, but hello nonetheless. Thank you. Let's see, a fellow man. So we're gonna draw a circle. Gonna give him maybe a... I don't know what kind of nose you would call this. Maybe a bulbous nose? These characters could be a little blurred on your end. I'm sorry for that. I had to scale them, which made them lose their resolution a bit. Pretty man. Oh, gee whiz, Hoppy. Gonna make him... I'm kind of having an idea of... I don't want him to be a youthful man. I want him to be kind of up there in years, maybe 50s. I want him to be kind of a jolly farmer man. And since I'm kind of putting myself on the spot for what he'll look like, some drawings may not be the best. Hello, is it Katana? The text is really small for me on my other computer, so let me know if that's right, especially if it's in a different font. Just gonna give him a pipe. Katana Black Wolf, hello. A tall man? How tall do you want? Because I should elaborate here. The world that I want to set up in this scenario is a mix of two genres of Western and fantasy. So there can be wizards and there can be gun-toting cowboys. And of course, when it comes to fantasy, there will be various creatures like goblins. The man from Pringle, the Pringle mascot. I mean, pretty much looks like this guy already, except I want him to have a beard. Lunatic Luna, I remember that name. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. Hope all of you are doing well. Ah, Jesus, this is already scuffed. The drawing, I mean. It's kind of everywhere, but that's okay. When coming up with characters, it's all about mistakes and trying to work your way around. Is it pronounced school by chance? Hello. I want to also say again, I'm sorry if my responses might be a little delayed. I don't know the delay on this live stream. Hello, Kara. Thank you very much. See me back. I never left. I upload bi-weekly? I think that's it. Let's give him a big hat. If he's going to be a farmer, he's got to have something to cover his head. Okay, the rim around his head for his hat is, is a bit off here, so. There we go. Lunatic Luna is gonna cry over remembering her name, or his name, I don't know which. I'll make fun of you. So is it Skull? Oh, that was a fast reply. Okay, so delay isn't that terrible. Okay. Ooh, overalls are pretty nice. That's a good idea. God, I made his head huge. I kind of want this to be a straw hat, so we're just gonna lazily do this just to get an idea that it's not a solid fabric, you know what I mean? Gonna shrink it a little bit. There we go. Should be enough for now. And then make this pipe more defined. There we go. Hello, Sammy. I also remember that name. I think there's been a few Sammys that come into the stream as well as comment on both platforms. Wink, wink. Yes, it is. Well, it's technically afternoon. I don't know. It's evening somewhere. Hope you're doing well. Hope, once again, everybody's doing well. I was a little impatient streaming. I wanted to stream later depending if I would have someone have a guest. Yeah, Kara, anyone can do whatever they want here. It's usually nice drawing along with somebody. I'm probably going to call out myself a bit here, but I would do the same. Like, whenever Shadman would draw, I would kind of draw alongside him while he live streamed at the time. But yeah, anyone can listen to music and, I don't know, play video games to the side. I'm sorry to hear about that, Luna. Mental health can always be a real pain. Yeah, a guest. I was gonna have a voice actress come on here, but I think she's sleeping right now. We're thinking about having collabs in the future. Hello, Corgi. Hi, hi. I hate YouTube chat live. The chat bar wasn't even popping up for me. I wonder why. Maybe it was hidden for whatever reason from... What was I gonna say? I lose my thoughts a lot. Yeah, Hoppy, there is plenty of ideas in the future. Plus, she lives not terribly far from me, about an hour, so if we really wanted to, one of us could just drive to each other's place and just collab way easier that way. I'm on mobile, so yeah, that's probably it. Sometimes when I want to check if the live is working, I go to my phone, and it's pretty not gnarly. There we go. He's gonna have that kind of build already. The way you say Kara has me dying. You love the American accent. Hey, uh, Kara. Is it Kara? You tell me how it's pronounced. Let's see, we wanted overalls. We're gonna give him overalls. This is chicken scratch, so obviously it's not gonna be the best. Hello, Daisy. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Sammy. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. Yeah, gnarly. In a good way. I know that gnarly can mean negative in some contexts, but gnarly can be a synonym for radical, awesome, whatever. Some really shitty hands here, but it'll also have the idea be come across. I don't know. I'm losing my thoughts here. How many animations do you have whipped? Working in progress and not finished. I have one so far. I usually work on one at a time, but otherwise I have 7 backlogged that I'm going to schedule to be posted to both Newgrounds and Twitter, or just X now that Elon changed it yesterday. Thank you, Skull. It's my taste. I don't know what to say other than, yeah, it's music. Gonna have them have little. I don't know what you would call these. I forgot what they're called. Hello, Catherine. Hello, love. How are you? I'm doing well. How are you? Let's see if I missed anybody. What's a lefty boy, Luna? And also, Sammy, it's always a good thing. I mean, cufflinks. Thank you, Luna. Wait a minute. Where was I? I'm trying to make sure that I interact with everybody. Sammy, of course it's going to be a good thing. I mean, I don't think there's any negatives so far. Oh, did I just say lefty? Oh my god, I am mentally inefficient. Hefty, yeah, he's going to be a very burly man. Oh boy, I don't think I've got his arm right here. I'm going to cheat a little bit and warp it, so I can do that. There we go. It may not look the best in the draft, but finalizing it would be decent enough. What's a FNAF thingamajig? Lefty? I wouldn't know. This guy... This guy might be a love interest for Jolene, which is this lady right here. Not sure. Maybe they can just have flirtatious, never get together kind of romance. Should I group these together more? What do you mean? There we go. Give him a belly. My idea for this guy is kind of a mix of various characters that I've seen before. Like, think of Stinky Pete from Toy Story, but then if you look up Hawk from Lupin the Third, it's kind of a mix of those two. Like, I just want a burly, get it done kind of farmer looking guy that is kind of lovable, but you hardly see him in said cartoon. Mr. Prettyman, stop it, you. Oh, I don't care, Luna. You do what you want. Do you ever just sit at your desk and stare at your computer until an idea inspiration comes up, or do you just come up with it on the spot? Both. Sometimes, like if I'm talking to somebody, I'll just spew like verbal diarrhea, and then something comes to mind. Like, I came up with kind of a lunatic drawing or animation not too long ago that it's not out yet, but I just decided it to be funny, and then I accidentally decided to do it. But sometimes, yeah, I'll just stare. Usually it would be in the shower. Most ideas come in the shower, and I try my best to remember the ideas, or if I'm laying down in bed at night before I go to sleep. Sorry if you've been asked before, but do you do commissions? Yes, I do commissions. People usually have to reach out to me on Twitter for that. Do you have any tips for architectural drawings? So my mom went to college for architecture, and what she told me is reference already existing buildings as well as try to add your own creative outlet to it. Have an example here. I'm working on a 3D plane to draw for buildings now, at least to get a rough idea. And this is going to be a farmhouse that's on a floating island. And what I used was I looked up local farmhouses in my area. No, Dark Fox. I started maybe 10 minutes ago. I don't remember, but hello. But yeah, just Google image certain architectural structures that you are fond of and maybe want to be inspired by, and just try to, I don't know, try to go from there. Yep. I'm not really that knowledgeable about architecture. No problem, eh? Corgi, you hush. There's always the archive, and you're here now, so that's what matters. Pretty Man is so creative, goodness. Hoppy, I swear to God, I will blush, I swear. Okay, let's get an idea for how tall this man is. I don't want him to be... Well, maybe he can be 6 foot, maybe just under. He can be about 5'11". There we go. Yes, kill him with love and kindness. God damn it. Is it Shan? Is that how you pronounce it? Shan? Sean? Perhaps Shane? Regardless, feel free to correct me. And thank you for joining. You're not late at all. It says that I started streaming about 19 minutes ago. Have you ever made an audio thinking about someone? Just ignore me if you don't want to answer. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. Thinking about somebody? not about somebody, but experiences that I've had with people. I think that's a very key thing to do when you make certain sensual audios is you have to have a rough idea of what you're going for, and I think experience is usually the best way to connect what you're um I don't know, if you want to have like a cuddle session audio, what better way to reference a cuddling session is than your own experiences? To be honest, um, when it came to audios, I can't identify when it happened, but I think the first 2 years of when I was doing audios, I was a virgin. I didn't cuddle with anybody. I had nobody, but I still had a rough idea based on just like secondhand hearing about how certain experiences are, and just was completely based on TV stuff. And after I've actually had experiences for my own, um, I felt more, I guess, connected to what I was writing. Does that make sense? Um, okay, let's see. Blush, blush, blush. Stop it. Uh, you can never make him uncomfortable. I Does Luna just know that like it's the reverse and that I purposefully make people uncomfortable? I won't make my audience uncomfortable, at least not on purpose. But uh, you can call me anything, what you like. I don't really care. I'll call you Shan, because it sounds short for Shannon. So I apologize if that's not the case. I can't relate to that since I'm not one who has had any experiences like that, and I still have my virgin cuddle card. Bro, talking about cuddling makes me think of my ex. Yes, thank you for answer. Ooh, spicy. Um, yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a virgin. To be honest, even before and after an event such as having your first time, you're gonna feel the same way you were as a virgin. Um, like you look back at the act and whether it was good or bad, a good or bad experience, like, oh, that was awful, or wow, that was really good. Next day, you're gonna feel the same, really. Um, Sorry to hear about your recent ex, Luna. Stuff like that happens to everybody, and just know you're not alone in that regard. Boy, how do I do his legs? I feel like it's almost not worth drawing his legs, but it feels necessary. The reason why is because I had an idea of a scenario where Jolene here is going to get groceries from this man, and um, he would just be behind a stand, so it would just be like that, you know? Groceries just scattered right here. Be in his little booth. Really poor boots, but whatever. Um, yeah, there we go. I feel like we have to have more bagginess in his in his legs here. It's fine, it was mutual breakup. That's the best way to break up, is like, listen, we don't work together and we want to be happy, but us being together isn't having that happen, so let's call it off. Debating if he needs pockets or not. Maybe just one right there, right on his belly. I don't know. Give him wide pants with big boots. It's kind of what we got here. People who relate to having similar anxiety. I found my people. There you go. The YND community. Pre-man, trust me. However you draw his legs won't matter, because he looked good anyway. Drawing isn't for me because I mess so often. That's why I stick to pretty poetry and storytelling. Everyone has their own creative outlet. It's fine, but I'm very I don't want to say perfectionist, because clearly I've been like, I don't care about this, I'll do it later so far in the stream, but there's just some things that I don't really want to let slide. It's difficult to find someone without anxiety these days. Yeah, I think the number of anxiety folks has increased pretty drastically. As a matter, where did I hear this? That the average person with anxiety in the 2020s now is at the same level as someone who was in a mental hospital in the 1800s. I think we're all traumatized somehow. Traumatized is a very strong word. I will argue that a little bit. Going to darken his line here. We need to clean him up a little bit before we give him color. Let's see. Let me look back here. I feel so bad. My bestie has a stream going and I try to watch both, but I can't. Luna, go watch your friend. Friendship is better than just some random guy on the internet. It's okay. Everyone should have a million pockets. Well, I don't know about that. Well, actually, that's so many pockets for sandwiches. You're right. I'd rather spend the rest of my life inside than go out and touch grass. I'd agree with you, but there's a lot of times where I'm like, man, I just want to feel the sun on my skin. I just want to sunbathe, so I almost agree with you. Maybe 2 years ago I would 100% agree with you. There's just so much stuff to worry about these days. I agree 100%. Things are kind of crazy nowadays. Just a random question, but if there is a small fire starting in your kitchen, what do you do? Throw water at it? What are you talking about? Yeah, if I was alive during those days, I would very quickly get locked away and never heard from again. There are a lot of reasons why people would be locked away if things were still the way they were back then. Someone agrees with me. Mr. Preman, what do you consider art? Let me think about that. Well, Corgi, that's you. I guess I can't stop you from that decision if you want to watch your own shit burn down. So this the song I'm thinking of? Yeah, it's My Last Serenade. Cool, cool, cool. Can we all make a Discord group? There's a closed Discord that was a fan Discord for me, but I don't know if the owner is going to open it back up or not. It kind of died off. We'll see though. Tell you what, I'll bring it up with the admin for that server if they are willing to open it back up, and if they do, then next time I stream, which wouldn't be terribly where'd my brain go? Which won't be terribly far away. I want to stream again, but yeah, I'll have a Discord link up if they want me to have the server in. That's really bad English. What's happening? I think I'm overstimulated. What is art? Art is any creative outlet that you have. Anything that's uniquely made by you, as long as it's not AI art, because AI is not something that you made. You just typed prompts into a machine to do it for you. I think anything has to be made by a human to be considered art. Anything that has a pulse, really. Computers, like AI, is generated through already existing art that people have made. If anything, it's art theft. As well as voices and music. I think you can use AI art to maybe be inspired to make your own legitimate art, as well as voice talents. The only time I ever use AI is for using it as I gotta pause this music because it's really distracting my thought process. Can we do a time check? What do you mean? The only time I ever use AI voices is to get an idea of what I want out of maybe an audio or an animation, and then I get actual voice actors to voice the parts that were once placeholded by AI voices. And I've done that a few times on accident, where I completely forget that I'm gonna have someone do a voice line, and I just leave the AI voice in, and then I feel like a dumbass. It was the gay shower audio, locker room shower audio, where I accidentally left the AI voices in, and people were like, did he really just use AI voices here? I'm like, oh man, I forgot that those were in there. I kind of doofed. We decided this guy's gonna be plaid. I'm sorry that I pause art when I talk sometimes. It's just how I be sometimes. Let's see what I missed here. Okay, absolutely agree. Yeah, you can only agree with me. That's the cult way here. Okay, now let's look at... We're going to overlay his outline with another outline, so his line art or sketch is thicker and more defined. There we go. And then we got to decide what his colors should be. His hat is going to be made of straw, so it's going to be more of a faded yellow. And things always change in the future, so none of this is necessarily final. I'm gonna bring that up again. A time check. Like, it's 3:07 for me right now, p.m. Oh gosh, I have such complicated feelings towards AI generated stuff. It can be used for both good and bad purposes. I think that the only time it's good is what I already said before about art. And if you just want to do something that's blatantly funny, like um, cartoon characters singing songs, like that's scary, but at the same time, I can have a chuckle over it. Luna, stop trying to riz me up, please. Thank you very much. His pipe should be maybe that color. Not sure. I'm scared to ask this, but what do you think about Nightmare Before Christmas movie? It's a good movie, but I can't really watch it. Um, I'm just not interested in it, if that makes sense. Like, you can point out that something is great, right? But it's just not your thing, and that's kind of the case with me, which is weird because Nightmare Before Christmas, I can understand that it's a good movie. I see that it's good. I just don't care to watch it. But by the same studio, I believe, um, who made James and the Giant Peach, yeah, it was because Jack Skellington cameoed in it. I can watch James and the Giant Peach over and over again. I love that movie very much. Uh, Last stream, Pretty Man said not to make a cult in his name, but in this stream, he said that's the way of a cult here. Confirmed that he now have a cult under Nightly Desires. Yeah, stop it, Hoppy. You can't do that. Uh, Everyone's talking about a cult now. No. Um, this is the most important question here, but what color should his beard be? Should it be like I don't want any unnatural colors, like no dyed hair. Uh, so blonde, brown, orange, black, and even if it's gray, make it red. Okay, but should he have? Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Should it be red but graying? May says black, but unfortunately, I believe you're tied by both gray and white, and people are saying, yeah. God, we're just gonna be making me but older. I've got a ginger beard. Which is weird, because I'm dirty blonde, but I'm growing a red beard. Okay, let's see. It's gonna be tricky for, like, this kind of color. Would that be fine? Give you a moment to process. Hello, cheese. Luna, geez Louise. Maybe be gray, but with the shadow of red. As I've gotten older, I've become very attractive to older people, but I still like the idea of being with someone close to my age. Same. I'm very I'm very fond of older women, but if there's someone who's my age, around my age, who is very matured mentally, then I'd give it a whirl. Let's color in his beard fully. I think we've got enough votes. I mean, I don't know. It could have been lipstick, just a little. Oh wait, just a little. Mwah. It's a horrible lipstick. What if they're young but have the mind of a 50-year-old? It depends how young. if someone is between 18 to even like 22 or even 23 years old, I'm gonna have like anyone in their teens, it's just a straight no for me. Um, it's highly debated once they're in their lower 20s. Okay, and now we're gonna see how this fares. Nah, that's too dark. How about... that could work, just... a few strains here. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect. This is just pretty much doodling as a concept. On God, that reminds me of when I took an age test and it said my mindset was a 50-year-old's. Same here, I would never want to date anyone who is at the very least 3 years younger than me. I think it just really depends on the age. Like, if I was 50, I would date a 40-year-old. Because the 10-year difference doesn't really matter at that point. You two are aged pretty fairly. You're halfway there, if you know what I mean, and had your own life experiences. At that point, it kind of just becomes a blur. Hello, Shanice. Wait a minute. Did you just change your name? The frick? You can't do that. Consenting adults can date other consenting adults. Exactly. It's just the issue of, like, once you're in your 20s and you date someone younger, there's going to be that blur where, like, adolescence tries to act older when they really are, and it becomes like a scarce issue, if you know what I mean. But older women in general, I'm just attracted to. With your audios, if you have a GFBF, does they... wait. With your audios, if you have a girlfriend/boyfriend, does that help you with... I'm sorry, Catherine. The text is a little scuffed there. I don't mean to offend, but I guess I'm confused. I saw a thing that was like 18 and 19 is fine, but 17 and 18 isn't. That's weird to me. That's kind of dumb, because both can be in high school, and what if, you know, what if they loved each other from like 13 and 14 years old, and then they really had this attachment, and then suddenly 17 and 18, you know, then suddenly it's illegal. I don't think that's too fair. And usually, like, if they have sting operations where, like, they try to catch child predators, 18-year-olds usually get a slap on the wrist because they're still pretty much kids themselves. They can still get into trouble, yes, but it becomes a dumb issue. Chris Hansen got into a lot of trouble with one of his older shows, not to catch a predator, but he had a YouTube series where they had a 16-year-old sting operation, but they caught an 18-year-old, and no one liked that episode at all. No, Catherine, usually significant others who know about my work, they don't help. Not, I just think that it's maybe crossing a line. It also has to do with co-star behavior, I guess. Like, you have to go through a whole thing with, like, Pornhub. We're gonna make this guy kind of pink. That's too pink. But, like, you know, he's pale, but he gets sun. Pretty man, have you folded the dishes yet? Yes, and I also, um, I took the clothes out into the garbage. Oh god, I'm almost at that age when my mom had me. Yeah, don't worry about that. I mean, my. When did. I think my grandma had my mom at like 19 or 20. And then my mom had me at 27. I'm 26. I don't really care to have kids. At least, I don't know. Trying to figure out a boot color for him. I want it to be brown, but it's kind of difficult to really make a brown color. I guess that'll do. Shanice, you broke your glasses. Why'd you do that, Velma? Do they help you record? Like I said, no. I pretty much fly solo in that regard. That correct, Sammy. My great grandma, she had kids at 16, I believe. She has 16 kids too, so no, 15, 14, mid-teens. Hard to keep track. But yeah, um, just a whole lot of stuff has changed in the past now. That's too dark of a blue. Let's. Oh boy. That might be decent enough, I guess. This overall color. Sorry if this is invasive, but are you more into women or men? Do you have a preference? Do you just not really care? Scarfing down marshmallows, Luna? Do it. Corgi, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's really a preference. Some people will be like, ah, it's so selfish not to have kids. Like, what's selfish about it? Literally nobody is harmed. Other than what? The metaphorical child that doesn't exist and will continue not to exist and not feel anything? To answer your question, no, not Corgi. Hoppy. I'm 100% into women. I'm not bi or gay. But I do make gay audios because I want to have a more inclusive audience, as well as, I don't know, just to make both parties happy. And honestly, making gay audios is way easier because pretending to be fucked in the ass is just, not too much work. What should his flannel color be? That I'm 100% into women, that's a little sus. Okay, I wouldn't mind if there was a woman who had a penis. Like, if she was, like, born a woman and she was medically speaking, if she was the term a hermaphrodite, I wouldn't mind because, whatever. I'm personally not into trans. That's just my preference, and it's nothing against those who have, that choice in their life. I don't know what my stepdad just went. But, what was I saying? Let me know if this is let me know if this is a good color of red. Otherwise, I can change it, no prob. It's an overused color. No. Yeah, no, that was him just being a goof. But I hope I'm getting my point across, you know? It's just my preference that trans people aren't my thing, but they're free to do what they want. You know what I mean? A dark blue. Why are you sorry? Why are you being a wiener, Luna? I don't know if dark blue would be nice, because... I don't know. Wait, why is... That's not black, that's a stinky brown line art. We gotta fix that immediately. There we go. I stopped making it red because I looked at it and immediately I was like, ugh, that's like too vibrant. Maybe if it was more in that end of it. I'm gonna leave this color of shirt the way it is right here. And again, I can change it no prob, doesn't matter to me. But if that looks fine, just let me know. If a different color is better, then please feel free. I just changed the red to a darker tone just to contrast the overalls. I don't want it to be like an obnoxious color scheme, because I think the more I think the brightest part should be his skin and his hair color, in my opinion. What that color is? It's almost what would you, it's like a very deep dark maroon. Give you another Del Conager impression? I don't know who that is. What do you mean by another? Shanice, from the Philippines, golly. Why don't you, like, I don't know, frickin' turn up the volume, jeez. Plummish color? Yeah. Forest green might go with his beard color. I could just select all of this actually, and we can go through the hue wheel and see if it's up to snuff. Too cool colors like that is bad? What are you implying? Like, what makes it look bad? What specifically? I'm a little lost, but... See, this is more on the violet side. Then we're going into the darker blue. Ooh. I'm sorry, I don't think I like the green. It's not a bad color, but it kind of just blends with the overalls a little bit. I mean, the darker green looks alright, but I don't know. And then it goes back to, well, what was this color? I don't know what color that is. Like, it's like a grayish brownish yellow. That's baby poop. tell you what, we'll just keep it the way it is for now. We could always go back to it, no problem. As I said before, it's not all 100% yet. Yellow could be too bright. Okay, now we're just gonna add some shadow, and then we'll be done with this character. Oh my god, I forgot about toilet audio. Baby poop is like regular poop? You're a fibber. No, it's not. Oh, I forgot to keep the music going. Whoopsies. Okay, scream at me. You literally have a baby sister? Well, I literally have nobody, so I'm gonna take my word for it. Take that. Checkmate. For some reason, to me personally, I would think that purple would be bad. Well, that's not purple, is it? I could see how there could be a hint of purple in there, but as someone who loves purple, it's my favorite color, I would agree that purple does not work with everything. I swear if I wasn't aware, I'd completely be convinced that you're NG with that voice of yours. All you need is that southern accent and pow! You're Del... Oh, you meant like actual... You meant the engineer from TF2, Team Fortress 2. I changed your diaper. Do you ever play chess, young man? What do you mean by young man? I'm older than you, probably. Do you mean engineer from Team Fortress Hoppy? Yeah, Corgi, that's who they meant. Usually referred to as NG. I don't play chess. I'm too dumb. I don't know how to play. Purple is my favorite color too. We already have a lot in common. Would you look at that? What are you trying to say? Let's see here. We're gonna add a bit of gray to his eye bags. Mine are like that. Nah. You know what? Let's add a bit of rosiness to his cheeks there. There we go. I have a weird family situation where I've lived all my life as a single child, but I have a half-sister and stepsister from my dad who are just my sisters, and I have a stepsister and little stepbrother from my mom's remarrying. Me too. Stop being weird. I have a half-sister I've never met, and I have a stepsister who's living with me, which I'm indifferent about. I don't really care. Sorry about my chair squeaking. I used to trick my youngest brother into leaving me and my stepsisters alone by saying his mother had candy. Sounds like a classic move. Corgi, I'm gonna squish you with my big thumb. I guess this is fine now. We got ourselves a very handsome boy. There we go. But what next now? I think I want to make a goblin. Maybe a sister to this goblin here. Well, Corgi, gee whiz, stop it, you. I know I'm like the best one ever of all time. I want the sister to... Big sister energy. That's kind of hard to do with a 3-foot tall goblin. Shanice, it sounds like that you need some nair. Yeah, Sammy, I'm threatening people now. I think I want to contrast her a bit compared to this goblin. So, you know, we have the head, the body, and although she's got a lot going on in her breasts, and in the actual cartoon that this goblin's in, she has a big booty. Maybe she can have very wide hips, but just nothing on top. If you say so, Luna. I mean, typing can only get you so far. Do you have a favorite unique word? No. I don't think so. I need to hear you RR then, Luna. Yeah, exactly. I've been told I can also do those in between voices. I don't know what that means. What's an in-between voice? What's the removal video? I'm lost here. I'm sad to see that my pretty man phrase doesn't phase him anymore. I need to brainstorm a new one. Well, you say it so much, it's like, alright, that's me now, I suppose. Oh my god, the nair removal video with the guy who spread his asshole? Is that who you're talking about? God. That was a disaster. I've been told I can do decent Aurora and then immediately switch to the ooh voice. Oh, I see. So, like, a dominant mommy voice and then cheeky anime girl. Oh dear Lord, Father, why would someone make and post that? Yeah, Hoppy, maybe a week or two ago, some guy made a tutorial on YouTube under the educational uh, tag so that it won't be removed immediately. He spread his asshole on YouTube as a tutorial as to shave his asshole with Nair. Um, how are we gonna do this? Like, a 3 foot tall. Well, technically, hmm. She's as tall as Rudy over here, this kid. So, I guess she can have big sister energy in that regard. Well, okay, to be fair, that there are so many videos on YouTube of women shaving their vagina. It's just so weird to me that someone's like, "Yep, that's what I'm gonna do." So this gal is thick. She's gonna have like her ass is pretty much her thighs. There we go. Let me look at chat again. I'm so glad I don't have enough social media to hear about this. You should be lucky. There's a lot of people chronically online who hear about everything all the time. Not great. I don't personally think I'm chronically online. I hope I'm not. People literally have no shame. I agree. I think shame has been dwindling in a very negative way in the past few years. There's a difference between feeling liberated and then just doing something that makes everybody uncomfortable just because you think that it's liberating. Wouldn't, if anything, it's just not okay. That hand's funky, but I honestly don't care. If I got your Discord and we called on stream, everyone could hear my ara. I'm not gonna do that, I'm sorry. Um, I want to watch the Nair removal video. I really need help. It might be on Pornhub. I'm not sure anymore. It could be in some like article full of viruses. Is this kryptonite? It is kryptonite. I'm gonna skip that and go to the Arms of Sorrow. Okay. You're sadly one of those people. I never actually saw the video, I just know it happened. Barely am I ever on social media. I spend too much Wait, I spend too much and most of the time writing and reading while vibing to music, so I'm glad to do that. Hoppy, that is very healthy of you. Social media is a definite cancer. So I'm very proud of you for that. Should she have boots too? Like, I'm trying to think, what the hell are these, you know? I didn't really think this through on her anatomy. Uh, Hello, Scooby Dooby Doo. I'm doing pretty okay today. How are you? It was a good idea, Luna, but I'm not really comfortable with adding random people on Discord nowadays. I'm pretty reserved. Why you don't have Instagram? I don't have Instagram because it's stinky. I don't like going to new apps and such. It's intimidating, and I don't really feel like I need it. Sandals, I don't know. Were sandals... Someone look it up. Were sandals a thing? No, I'm stupid. Sandals were a thing in, like, 1800s. Jesus. Fucking Jesus had sandals. What are you talking about, Nightly? Fucking... Proud of me, pretty man? You're gonna make me cry? Stop. I haven't felt this much love in years. Oh, what's the matter? You don't... I can't think of anything clever. I'm kind of... I need a drink of water. You're gonna hear my big glug. Big old water. Yeah, people too call me YND. YND, Nightly Desires. Pretty boy, apparently. Daddy, even. Cramps are going to be the death of me. What do you have cramps for? Have some ice cream. We're gonna cheat here because I don't want to draw the other hand or arm, so I'm just going to do that. Part of me just wants to be like, hey, should we make this big sister actually a big brother? And just do that instead. Let's see. That's perfectly fine. You choose who you are comfortable to personally talk with. Besides, even while it's fun talking like this, we are still strangers. Exactly, but we still have a common interest. Me. Drinking ASMR, yes. My drinking ASMR is just getting, like, alcoholism on stream. And just going like this the whole time. People of the YND cult, we are down bad for this man. You really shouldn't be. I don't feel like I'm going to the store to get some of... That's the thing. Y'all, I'm back. My ribs hurt now. Shanice, you're just, like... talking a lot of stuff. It's raining, you can't hear stuff, your ribs are hurting. What's going on? Are you okay? Do you need help? I don't know what to do with this gal. Maybe she should have one of these going on. Yeah. There we go. She's gonna have one of those, I don't know what you call it, those leather strips that kind of, like, flail off a coat or pants sometimes in, like, Western era stuff. It's fine, but we still have a common interest, me. Stop it. Don't be sorry, Shanice. I'm engaging with everyone the best I can, and if you are going through an issue, I do apologize. It's just, jarring's not the right word, but, shocking. I don't know, the next thing I'm gonna expect is, like, you're gonna say that your roof is gonna fly off. Aw, I thought it was gonna continue. I don't know what I don't know this attire that I'm trying to pull off here. I'm kind of just winging it. I don't want to say I don't care, because I do. They're going to be characters that I may or may not use in the future. I'm going to draw her head separately over here. Maybe her nose can be like that. No, I think that'll be fine just the way it is. Can she have a ponytail or ponytails? Yeah, why not? I don't know what this kind of mouth is, but here we go. I don't like it. I already don't like where it's going. It looks weird. Maybe tiny nose. I'm having a brain lag today. We all are. Clearly I have. Nightly, you have so much power over us. I wouldn't be surprised if you looked into the mirror and went, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the prettiest of them all? Or something like that. I looked in the mirror today and I said, you look not as bad today. And it made me really happy about myself. Just do your best. That's all you can do. Oh, no problem at all. I'm not trying to, like, sound like I'm downing myself. I'm well aware that I can always try again, but I think I can criticize myself a bit. I want to add a patch here. Goblins, I feel like, shouldn't have too properly good clothes, you know what I mean? Like, they're not gonna dress all fancy or even moderately well. Like, to me, I just think, oh, she may have a good hat and boots and gloves, but, like, she just got a picnic tablecloth and just made a shirt out of it over here, and maybe just ripped jeans to make herself fitting shorts, which people do all the time with the shorts, but I mean, I don't think that would have been exceptional in the 1800s. Even though this doesn't take place in the 1800s, it's the kind of clothing style and even, like, fantasy style I'm going for. Wait, you're tiny? Your little tiny head? Corky, you gotta get yourself new mirrors if they're gonna go, ugh, and then kill themselves. That's really bad, that's really bad for your self-esteem. Let's see. Let's focus on her ears, maybe. I focused on her chin there for a moment when I said ears, but the immature inner me is coming out. Literally the first thing that came to my mind was goblin these nuts. I'm not gonna say anything about that. Oops, what did I just do? What the fuck, what happened? I just erased the whole thing, silly me. Luna, if you have something that you're even doubting you should say, you really should really think it over. Ah, there's an eagle in the background. What was that? Oh, I already know which song this is. This is Holy Diver. Also, what is the goblin's personality? Because that also helps with character designs. Exactly. It's a very good point. Well, if it's just because it's kind of dark and I don't want to upset anyone, then Luna, usually I don't like to shut down people when they want to talk about stuff. But if it's something that you're really concerned about, then maybe halt on that for now unless you're really sure. And hello, Roberta, I remember you very much. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. You're an hour and a half late. What the heck? Her personality, I don't even know. That's the worst part. I just came up with her on the spot. We did say that she's gonna have a ponytail, so let's kind of give her one of these. Ooh, maybe she can have kind of like a one of these, like a widow's peak on a lady. And because she's facing straight ahead, it'll look like a bun, but really she's gonna have, that's not a ponytail. She'll have one of the, god damn it. Ponytail, whatever. There we go. Queen of Chaos? Maybe she'll be kind of like this goblin. Like, they're gonna be sisters after all. Wow, Roberta. Ouch. If she's the sister of the other goblin character, she could maybe have a personality similar to her, or maybe the opposite. That's what I was gonna say. Maybe it's kind of like, you know how like some sister characters in cartoons or even in just movies are like little shits. They can have little shit chaos energy. Let's see. She can have buck teeth. I want her to have buck teeth. Maybe. Little tiny nose and... She kind of looks like a mouse a little bit. Can have her look up a little bit. And once again, I'm going to cheat because I don't want to go through the hassle here of trying to draw the eye over and over again. Please yell at me. Yeah, she's giving us a hug. Why is the line art so late? Did I... That's why! It's because it's not at 100%. It was at 69 of all things, but It's hard to tell, but now it's like way darker compared to the actual line art. I shouldn't even call it line art, it's sketch lines. My roommate said mac and cheese was gonna be here soon, and it's been an hour. I skipped out and ramen for this hunger. Ramen's better than macaroni and cheese, I'd say, depending on what's in the ramen. And the only time I'll ever eat macaroni and cheese if it comes from the oven and has breadcrumbs on top. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. And now she might be done, I guess. I don't know. I'm not too sure on the mouth here anymore. Like, it's too wide, especially for her head shape is a little too flat for this, I'd say. I don't know. So maybe I like that more. There we go. I like that very much. And let's make her a little tired. No. Oh boy. There we go. Nightly, what's your favorite animal? Platypus. It's white cheddar, though? Does white cheddar have a different taste from regular cheddar? She instantly looks cuter. Thank you. I was just joking, but it's true. I just left work. My head is hurting, and I am walking to the nearest drugstore for some painkillers and chocolate. Oh no, Roberta. Don't worry about it. I was only joking myself. I like to be fake offended. I hope your headache feels better, though. Maybe get some 7-Up or Sprite. Unless that's just for stomach aches. I'm not sure. Chocolate's always good, though. Yeah, Roberta, take care of yourself. Okay, we're just erasing her, though, just so we can shrink her down to... That's about the right size. And then we're just going to copy colors here, but we're going to make her skin a little lighter. Just a smidge. Oops. Add a new layer for the color, and then let's begin. Yeah, platypus, I like how just against nature they are, but not in a bad way. Like, they have, like, beaver bodies, and they're venomous of all things, and they have a duck head, and they lay eggs as the only mammal. It's just fucking weird. And yes, platypus do glow in the dark. It's very interesting. Well, they don't glow in the dark necessarily, but they react to a blue light. And usually that is in the case of bodily fluids, which they might secrete something that causes that, but otherwise I believe it's an unknown reason why. There's nothing wrong with liking jellyfish as your favorite animal. I mean, there are so many creatures in this world that are absolutely bizarre, and it's part of the beauty of the world. I gotta zoom in on this one, because they're The whites of their eyes are actually more of a very dirtied yellow. There we go. And then her hair color, I guess, will be the same. There's going to be a lot of switching of colors here. Or not switching, but stealing of colors of the previous goblin. The hell is this? Is this RuneScape? I don't want to listen to that. Get out of here. Know your place. There we go. Dark red for the vest. I will kiss the goblins then, Corgi. No one's stopping you. Just absolutely lubricate your monitor with kisses. My favorite animal is a blob of salty sea jello and with stinger tentacle thingies. I don't know what that is. Dark red for the vest. I don't know. We've used... There's honestly a lot of red on these characters, so I was thinking maybe we could go with a tan. Like, you know, kind of like... I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like a cliche color of like a tanned hide. Hoppy, why are you doing that to me? You're making me out like a fool. And I mean, Corgi, you mentioned yellow earlier. Oh, Luna, oh, okay. If you have to go, then, you know, you have to go. Regardless, I hope you have a good day. Don't be sorry, Luna. It's life. You gotta do what you gotta do. I need a breath or something, like... I don't know, I'm feeling like I did a quick jog for some reason. Jesus, Luna, jeez. Do all of your characters... Do all of your characters have backstories of some sort, or do they just exist? So far... I gotta pause this. Well, Corgi, stockings big enough for the legs is the best part. Where, like, you know, the thick meats of your legs just kind of, you know, get pinched by the stockings. Perfect. I'll go from significant to, or at least significant to most significant. So we're going to take a bit of a break to explain these. So far, this character means, I guess, nothing so far, as of right now. We just came up with an idea for her just a moment ago. She's the sister of this goblin, who are just, I don't know, ranchers, I guess. Pumpkin ranchers. This guy, we don't even have a name for him yet, but he's just, you know, a market grocery seller who fancies her and she fancies him. but they don't necessarily get together. They just kind of have a flirtatious thingy going on. um, this poodle belongs to this woman, which, by the way, her name is Jolene. She's a very uptight farm woman, I guess. She can handle herself, I guess. She can farm. She can tell folks what to do. She kind of has like that bitchy look on her face, which was what I was gonna go for. She's middle age, I suppose, maybe mid 40s, even going up there into her 50s. Um, oh yeah, goblins, they fuck like rabbits. But um, Jolene is the through marriage and aunt to the main character here, Clue. Um, Clue has been seen in my. I made a big 15-minute cartoon that has to do with Clue here. Fuck. Clue here. Which is on both Pornhub and Twitter and Newgrounds. She is originally my character from RuneScape, but I just decided, you know what, she's going to be my own character. I'm going to draw her in my own scenarios that don't have to involve around some fucking game. So through marriage, these two know each other. Fuck. They know each other. Niece, aunt through marriage. Her uncle married her. Uncle's dead. By the way, they fuck. Aw, you have to go, Sammy. Alright, bye-bye. Have a good day. But Jolene is also not a fan of magic. She doesn't like anything that has to do with you know, mages, wizards, witches. But alas, Clue here is very fond of simple magics and brewing potions and all that good stuff. So they're usually butting heads. And a thing that I like the most of this sort of concept of their relationship is that they live together, right? Clue and Jolene, as well as her son, that we'll get to in a moment, live together. And they live in this house that pretty much floats. Like, I'll need to draw it, but it's a giant obelisk made from stone from the earth, as if like the whole house and the ground around it just rose from the ground and they just live in the sky. And although that happened, Jolene is not having it, right? What do you mean by they, Hoppy? Did I goof on something? But yeah, it seems like she'll be very easily angered by most things. I don't want to call her a bitch. She just has her priorities, her morals and such. And of course she's going to be upset over and over again that her niece is always just going to be a little shit and keep doing magic. Now, Clue here, I understand she's only in her undergarments, but it's because I'm still having trouble at the moment really defining, like, the only issue is, like, how I want her pants to be lined. That's the only issue I have so far with drawing her at the moment. Magic is fun, Corgi, but alas, some people in this universe aren't going to be too big of a fan of it. Um, Mag- she looks like my grandma. Well, guess what? Your grandma's hot. The end. Um, Bikini armor, nah. Um, Also, Clue is a bit of a loose woman, I should say. Um, she wouldn't mind resorting in sexual favor to get something that she could gain something from, I guess. Um, oh my god, I have a million story ideas and I draw and work on none of them. Well, the most people can do to get an idea started is to simply start writing. Then you're already ahead of most people. Um, Everyone in the world can have ideas, but not everyone has the motivation to start them. Dude, the rain is back again? Well, enjoy it. Personally, I love rain. I don't know how it's like in the Philippines, but here, um, anytime it rains, until the sky turns yellow and the sirens for tornado starts, that's when I worry a little bit. But otherwise, hail, lightning, thunder, I love it all. But then the last character here, this is Rudy. Rudy is, I'm not sure, he's between the ages of 7 and 9. He's Clue's kid. He's very, I don't want to say he's troubled, but he simply doesn't understand some morality. Nightly, I have been on a huge writer's block right now and I need some inspiration. Do you have some by any chance? I have many works in progresses. Well, what do you mean by what? Some inspiration? Are you asking me to give you inspiration? If you have so many works in progresses, then you already have your inspiration right there. I don't know any of the stories that you make, and I don't know what you're comfortable writing. There's so many themes that you might be writing already, but all I can really tell you is maybe go on a walk. Go on a walk when you have the time for it and just look at things. Um, Usually that can clear your head. Do things that you know really, I guess, lubricate the gears, if you will, in your brain. Things that just don't take a lot of mental taxation. That's usually what happens when I try to go for walks, is when things are finally like lit up in my brain, like a eureka kind of thing. Light bulb goes off, like, whoa, that came out of nowhere. I didn't even think of anything. Alright, now let's finish this goblin sister here. Her pants, I don't want them to be jeans. Let's... We can make them gray. Like a dark gray. Oops. Let's see how that works. I suppose that's fine. And then for the patches, we can just have random colors. There we go. I think we have ourselves a character. And then once more, do we have to do the shading to get an idea of, I don't know, how in depth some of the shadows can be, or I mean some of the shapes can be, I mean. There we go. That's fine. It's fucking... I think someone said that last time that the head was hypnotizing. I just wanted something in the corner to, I guess, keep the stream moving one way or another. Maybe to see if, you know, if the stream ever crashed, then you can tell because the head stopped spinning. Oops. That might be it for her. Oops. That little white that's escaping her teeth here is annoying me, so there we go. And then maybe some darkness on her tank top in here. There. We got ourselves a goblin. There. So now we've got 7 characters. Oh yeah, there's plenty of shorties here. Outnumbered. How tall was this fella again? Hang on a sec. So his head's about right here, so... I think he's about 6 foot. It's not short. Should make a character that's 7 foot tall. Here, I'll do that easy. There you go. He's a very tall individual. He's clearly got a size 23 shoe. I did want to make a short stack cowgirl, but I'm not sure if I want to do that right now. But not like like a cowgirl like this, but like a literal girl who's like an anthropomorphic cow. You know what they say about men with big feet? Big socks for their big shoes to fit their big piggies in their toes. Yeah, that's what I was saying, a cowgirl. That's going to be one of my future audios that I already have recorded, was that it was experimental, but I called him a femble because it's in like a fantasy world where like cattle are anthro cows and you have to milk the femboys who are called fembles. That's what I'm trying to say, Corgi, is that she's a cowgirl. Let me open it real quick over here. I'm trying to find, like, I drew her before. I might just like copy and paste her. Hopefully, oh, that's not it. Gosh, I hope it's saved on this file somewhere. Just please bear with me for a moment. The frick, where is it? I guess it's not in this file. I'm gonna have to be very careful because this next file I'm gonna open on my other computer screen is very not safe for work. So I apologize for the inconvenience. Ooh, I made her really tiny. She's gonna be very pixelated when I zoom out. Son of a bitch, just let me find the... There's so many layers here. It's a little annoying. I think I do need to censor her though. Okay. Let me look at stuff going on in chat here. Evil corgi laughter insert here. Yes, very much. Haha, my brain is not going to... Okay. Here's the character. I gotta just... There we go. Like I said, it's going to be very pixelated, but... Cowgirl. I think maybe because I don't have glasses, but my brain is not doing right now. Doing right things. Yeah, cowgirl. I want there to be morally questionable things. Like, do they consent to this? Is this considered slavery? I don't know. this is kind of where the issue lies when it comes to media. Is if you have like a an anthropomorphic creature. Wait, painkillers, snacks. I'm home now and gonna rest a bit while hearing the stream. Hope everyone have a great rest of your day. And it was very good hearing you again, Mr. Knightley. Hope you're doing well. I hope you feel better, Roberta. Sounds like you had quite a exhausting day. Uh, Discord just said that I had a notification, but it's not showing anything. It's lied to me once again. Uh, I gotta turn off the music again. I sound like you're what? Are you trying to say dad? That's scary. I could be. Um. Anyway, so this is the weird thing when it comes to stuff like anthropomorphic creatures and like a reality with humans. Because like you look at, I hate to use this as an example, but Family Guy. There's Brian Griffin, the dog. He's if he wasn't blatantly a dog, he'd be a human, right? He's got all these. He's able to drive. He drinks. He's able to go anywhere he wants. He even fucks other women. But then he still has dog tendencies that like completely take away his ability to pretty much be human, right? And there's other stuff like in other cartoons and stuff that are very similar to that. And you know, if a dog can be sentient, can a cow be sentient? Some cats are sentient in other shows like that that share that familiar thing. Yeah, and there's the weird relationship between him and the literal baby. I don't know much about Family Guy. I didn't even know that they uh, if they're together, that's odd. But I don't know. It's a very strange case because I want in this universe, I want there to be a market for, you know, cow people. But I want, like, it's not necessarily slavery. Like, I almost want it to be like, they want it they want their lives to be this way because it's easier for them. Everything is set in stone for them. They don't have to worry about much responsibility. But I want other people in the world to still have a problem with it because they don't know the side of the cows. They only want the side of what it looks like from the outside. I know I can do what I want, Corgi, but it's hard to explain the like it looks problematic from the inside, but the cows are like, fuck it, you know, fantasy PETA, yeah. Um, that's actually in the audio too, where like I when I'm playing as the fembull cow, I'm like, no, I like it here. Like we can leave whenever we want. The only pay we really get here is shelter and food. Excuse me, what did you just fucking type to me right now? There's an episode where Stewie and Brian have a baby together? I'm pausing everything right now just to get confirmation here. Is that an episode? Not babies. How? What the fuck? Hang on. I'm Googling this. I don't believe you. Brian and... Fuck, I spelled Brian wrong. Brian and Stewie babies. Oh my god, it's in the search bar. What the fuck is this? Oh my god. One of them looked like Bluey. Why? What? What? Stewie's pregnant. The... Stewie's 1 year old. I don't like that. Because it's a weird show that likes to basically push things and then show how much farther they can push it. I don't watch Family Guy, don't worry about it, Hoppy. If that's the case, I think they're trying too hard. I mean, I guess they're getting the reaction that they probably wanted, but this feels more like, I don't know. It feels like they're trying to be South Park. I don't know, that's dumb. Anywho, back to the drawing. I'm going to put... Oops. I'm going to put this cowgirl, and I don't even know who this necessarily is, but we're going to put him right there for now to get out of the way. Ooh, I'm gonna take another drink of water because I'm still kind of not over looking at that. That's weird. Oh, brother. Whew. I'm not traumatized. That's just bizarre. I've seen worse, alright? Like, I'm just... It's if anything, it's confusion. I'm upset because I'm confused. I'm not upset because it was horrifying. I don't even see that. Did I say horrifying earlier? Because if so, I'm pretty sure I'm just being dramatic. What to draw next? I always wanted to draw Clue's mother, but I don't think I'll do that. She's not really relevant. A pink goblin? Nah, we've already got 2 goblins. I don't want it to be Goblin Hour. Male or female or both or neither? It's a good question. Yes, Corgi. You will refer to me as Mommy from now on. Orc. Ooh, orc. Male or female, though? Oh, like a background character, Happy? I'm scooping what you're pooping. I'm picking up what you're picking down. Male orc. Okay. Male bodies are kind of a challenge for me. But What's art if there isn't a challenge? You're right, Corgi. I do have plenty of ladies. I'm sorry. I like to draw women. They're more interesting to me to draw. But let's see. Um, we'll draw on a new layer. What am I doing? There we go. Usually, when it comes to a female orc Shanice, we could always do both. It depends how I'm feeling, honestly. Um, but yeah, there's only two. Uh, th- these two don't count over here because I really copy and pasted. But there's really only two males here. Okay. Get a hug from a pretty lady. Hug your mom. When it comes to men, most of the time, especially if they're supposed to be um, more masculine, I usually aim for more jagged and even square shapes. I don't know what I'm doing right now when it comes to this character, so please bear with me. Fuck. A well-educated orc? Um, really depends. What do you mean by well-educated? With a okay. Um, we can try that, sure. I'm not. Um, I'm not 100% on it just because I'm trying to. I can't think of how to do that right now, but I'm not giving you a no, you know what I mean? But I will try. Because I do think that is a good idea. Like he can be a buff kind of dude. He's got to have a mohawk. Let me look for some music here. I need some softer music. There we go. Should he have glasses? Let me know. Hell yes, please. Okay. I don't normally draw glasses often. Oh, he could have those really tiny glasses, like book reading glasses. I don't know, like these. Ooh. I don't know how to angle these right. That'll be good enough, I guess. Also, yeah, of course you're doing the drawing and I'm just yelling into the abyss. Corgi, don't worry about it. None of you worry about it. You can always demand stuff from me and I can just blatantly tell you yay or nay. Because he's an orc, I still want him to be kind of brutish, so he can have just very low set brows that make him look not happy. Lower, well, his nose is kind of like piggish. It's kind of like, that's exaggerated, but they can only go so far, you know, with his glasses. Hand picks? No. Oh. Let me do that. Is that better? My microphone picks up things way more now, so you're really close to the computer. Hopefully that's better. Let's give him lines on his forehead a bit. And then let's see, his neck kind of sprouts from here. There we go. Now, what would he be dressed as? Because remember, like, the outfits here are both fantasy and based in 1800, so you can't just say, oh, he's wearing like a common day suit, you know? Nightly, would you say, who would you say your favorite video game, if you have one, you can relate to the most? Are you asking me which video game character I relate to the most? If I read that right? Let's see how I can do with that, Corgi. I think they had collared shirt. Yeah, they had collared shirts back then. Suspenders, okay. Okay. I see, Hoppy. character that I relate to the most. Um, I'll need to think about that for a moment. Hmm. Halo keeps coming to mind, but there's literally no character I can relate to in that game. They're all super soldiers and military. No, not Master. Oh yeah, I can totally relate to Master Chief, a kidnapped 6-year-old who was turned into a super soldier. I get what you're saying, Hoppy, but yeah, that's just kind of like the nature of what orcs are. They're supposed to be monstrous muscles. And that's where my issue goes when it comes to uh, male bodies that really show off their muscles past their clothes, or even if they're shirtless, is it's difficult to draw muscular bodies. I need to figure out his height, which I think I don't care about his mohawk too much. I'll know that it's a mohawk, and I think 7 foot would be a solid height for him. I'm gonna have to shrink him more, just so then his proportions are correct on the screen and such. Gotta refer back to over here to make sure he's lined up with the sheets. There we go. That's still annoying me a bit, is what character I can relate to. I am thinking Halo, Grand Theft Auto, Assassin's Creed, Bully, Dark Souls. You know what? I'll pick an answer. I think the chosen undead in Halo, not Halo, in Dark Souls, the main character, because you know, their whole destiny is based on keep trying or you're gonna give up and turn into something you don't want to be. And I think that is a huge metaphor for people nowadays. Is would you say that Lady Dimitrescu is one of the hottest female characters out there? It's difficult to say. I know a lot of people love her. I've looked past it because I can see too many differences now for it not to look like her, but she kind of has similarities to my mom's face. Um, no, I don't think she's. one of the hottest characters. I think people just like blow that out of proportion because everyone likes a tall, domineering woman. But what I was saying was, when it comes to Dark Souls, every human in that world, in that universe, is they have their own goals, and there's a curse on the land that once you, if you die, you come back, but you lose a part of yourself every time until you become something called hollow, and you just become a maddening part of who you used to be. You can't even recognize what you loved or anything. And people stay sane by keeping to a goal in their life. And sadly, even once that goal is achieved, they'll turn hollow because they have nothing else to strive for. So it's always bittersweet. Like, do you go hollow because you gave up, or do you go hollow because you lived long enough to see your task through? But I think that's the most relatable thing in Dark Souls, is that you're the one who makes those decisions for your character. Because if you quit the game, it's almost like you quit what you strive for, what you were meant to do. Everyone yell at Corgi because this idea of a strong orc is it's getting to me. Do I have a motto? No. Okay, let's try to draw a separate body over here. Like these, roughly these are the pecs, right? That's the pecs. And then there's like this weird muscle that could be considered maybe the first pack, but it's like a solid muscle here. And then there's the six pack. And then there's a muscle group right here. And then there's like the Luna, I told you, it's a cowgirl. Dark Souls isn't one of my favorite games out there, but the message has always had me captivated and very inspired just because of how dark the meaning can be, but at the same time not. Yeah, that's Japanese storytelling for you. This part is kind of like the area that connects the torso from the hips, not necessarily the pubic region. And oh yeah, do welcome back, Luna. I guess this is... Could we just... I wonder... Hang on. Can we shape this the way we want it to be? I drew it in a way where maybe if we flip it, it'll be better. I'm experimenting now. Hang on a moment. You weren't forgotten? Gee whiz, calm down. Yeah, frickin' corgi. We're gonna make the muscle groups here that are piss poorly drawn, more rounded, instead of just little squares. Don't leave, Corgi. Don't make me cry like a little boo-hoo. And then after doing that, we can erase parts of it here and there. Kind of faded. The reason why is because I kind of want to do that, you know? Kind of ease it into the body and make it look like it shines through the shirt. Corgi, I will use my big toe to squish you. Corkijo, hello? Did you ever join? I'm sorry, I don't think I ever... Were you in here? I thought I would have remembered that name, unless you're in a previous stream. Our magic lady adventures into a cave and into an enchanted forest. There she wanders into a village and finds herself in a world of monsters. She meets the orc library guy and other creatures. Oh, I gotcha, Cor. Welcome regardless. Hello, I hope you're doing well. Down bad for this man? Who? Who would be down bad for me? I do nothing than be a silly goober. This is already a piss poor idea of trying to cheat a little bit on how to fit this body in there. But I suppose it'll do, since not everything is supposed to be perfect. His anatomy is terrible. You know what? Corgi, you got your orc librarian man. He's gonna be a helpless torso right here. Core, I am drawing various characters for a safe for work, maybe, might be not safe for work, I don't know. Not safe for work, I mean, cartoon in the future. Set in my own universe that is old western / fantasy world. In the cult of nightly desires, we all must call nightly by nightly. Nightly desires, YND, pretty man / boy, mommy and daddy. Luna, what if I don't pay attention to you? What if I just leave you as a smoldering mess in a corner. Ugh, okay. I don't know what else I could do. I want to see if I can draw a dragon head. Damn, that's cool. This type of project, you are sharing snippets on your Patreon. Um, the only thing about this project specifically, Roberta, was the 3D house that was drawn. Other than that, no, this has been kind of in the dark. It's bare bones. Like there's hardly anything there. Just like maybe I'm just fueling a fantasy that may not happen. It might. I don't know. Um, well, Shanice, fucking bark for me, you little twerp. Um, Core calling him pretty man no longer phases him anymore. We must brainstorm a new one. Okay, time for dragon. I don't even know how I'm gonna draw this, so it could fail. It will more likely fail. Hello, Strells. Welcome. Can you make an audio for plus size women? No. And I'll tell you why. It's the same reason why I don't do audios for thin women. It's because you're supposed to already be in the audio. You're the listener. And I try my best to incorporate the listener to be as broad as possible so that you can still fit yourself into the situation, so that you can enjoy it without feeling like this audio is specifically for thicker or thinner people. I try my best to have it be as inclusive as possible. It's yeah, so it's nothing against anyone of any size. It's more the opposite, really. That's why there's been commissions where people wanted me to do audios based on like, can you comment on my ebony skin or mention more people in a black community, and I would go no, because that'll isolate literally any other skin color. That's why I don't. That's pretty much it. You know what I mean? I try to make my audios for everybody. What is BBG? I don't know what that means. Yes, everyone's barking for me, like the good boys and girls out there. Okay, now time for dragon. Let's have an eye. Thank you, Corgi. I think a quarter of my audios now aren't even scripts anymore. They're just ad-libs isn't the right word, is it? They're improved. That's the word I'm looking for. Improved. Yes, Luna, improved. I'm already not. I'm not gonna do a dragon. Holy shit. What to do though? Hmm. It's kind of a roadblock of a stream right now because I don't know what to draw. I'm gonna look through my sketchbook real quick. You calling me baby girl? A mermaid, siren, dragonborn. Dragonborn, I'll do a fairy. Those are all good ideas since, it's all fantasy. But yeah, I'll do a fairy. That means she's gonna be tiny too, but that's fine by me. I'm gonna do the opposite of the last two, which were, these characters over here. She's gonna be kind of thinner, which I think would make sense because fairies need to have I like to think that fairies have very hollow bones. I don't know if that's common in mythology or whatever, but they'll need to fly, so I mean, let's see, let me catch up. Mushroom. Ooh, a mushroom person? That'd be interesting. You'd love to see anything in my style? Oh my goodness, you stop that. The old lady and the fairy? Wait a minute, Core. Oh no. Wait, that was in my last live stream, wasn't it? Of the old lady and the fairy. I was gonna say, if you're a Patreon member, you probably saw that that fairy was getting blown out by a granny dick. Shanice, you don't have to be quiet unless you wanted to be. Corgi, the suggestion wasn't bad, you ding dong. It's my skill that was bad because I can't draw men too good. At least muscular men. Ugh, my stepsister's home. Fuck off. Let's see. You know what? He could be a femboy. This is going to be a fairy femboy. There's so many lines and plots to this. Hello, hope you're doing well. Hello, Simon, I hope you're doing well. How's your day? boy. I'm gonna give him a little package here. Oof, I got a headache now. I don't think I've eaten today. Did I? I'm trying to think now. Did I fucking eat today? No, I didn't. No, I'm fine. I promise I'll eat after stream, which will be in a bit. Is there someone with me, Shanice? If you're hearing someone in the background, I don't know if my mumbling went through or not, but I did say that my stepsister came home. Everything picks up in the house. I don't live alone. What would I eat? I think I'm gonna grill chicken. That sounds really nice. Simon wants me to drink water, even though I've been drinking a gallon all day. Okay. It spilled everywhere. Now my chest is all wet. I hope you're happy. This is content. Oh, God. That's uncomfortable. I hate wet clothing. Our sexy, cute, and pretty boy needs to eat some. I did not read some as what that was. Oh boy. What the hell is this character too? This fairy is a fairy. In a very derogatory way. How horrible. Speaking of mic, which one do you use? Do you have one for stream and one for recording? Both. I use a Blue Yeti now. My previous one that finally died on me after 8 years is a Blue Snowball. And this one is very nice. However, it's the it's the placement of it that I don't like, because I want it to have its own arm. Like my Blue Snowball has an arm that I have latched onto my shelf so I can move it anywhere so it's not in the way. But this one I have to place pretty awkwardly in front of me and make sure that I can do things without it bumping into things. Luna doesn't know everything about me. I think I want him to have kind of a frilly dress thing going on over here. It's not really a dress, nor is it like a cape. I don't know what you would call it. Luna is in my walls with this shitty house? Probably. What I look like is I shave my head, I have a burly orange beard, have Norwegian features, and I have a dad bod. That's what I look like. A pretty coat? Well, Hoppy, I never said that I wasn't pretty. I'm just saying that's what I look like. I think that says more that you thought that I was talking negatively. This thing has two broad shoulders. I don't think I like that too much. I'm gonna have to move his arms. I've been kind of just tracing over the same sketches over and over again. Oops. So I'm gonna do that. And then one more time, just trace over previous drawn lines so that way I can erase parts of the arm. What are people saying? What are you doofuses typing to me? Damn, stop, I'm gonna explode from the feelings, YND. Pretty coat, I don't know how to spell. Shaved hair? Well, no, I wasn't. Did I sound like I did? My bad. No, don't worry, Hoppy. You're fine, I guess. Bro, people pass up dad bods so much and I love them. We are praising a true learner. Yeah, I shave my head. It's just less maintenance. Quick showers. I think I look better without hair. So this is a guy, YouTube, so don't get mad at me that I draw 2 dots for nipples, you fucking idiots. Not obviously, I'm not talking about the viewers, I'm talking about YouTube itself. What else can I do for this thing? Oh, the wings. Duh, it's a fairy. Go eat dinner then, Luna. Gee whiz. Pot calling the kettle black over here. I'm hungry. I'm like, go eat something. God, you need the food. They're gonna have 4 wings. I think that would be nice. Well, either it's 4 wings or it's 2 wings, but they just are at hummingbird speed, you know? Do I have a favorite food? It changes. Goodbye, Luna. Have some grub. Corgi, you're not the only one, no worries. This fairy is going to have black hair. Favorite food? I want to be like, you know, the average imbecile and go, oh, pizza, it's my favorite. But not all pizza is that great. I would have to be specific. I don't want to say steak. Crab could be up there. This fairy's gonna be a nice caramel color. Is that a caramel color? Or is that just like a light brown? There's like a point in which like the hue gets a little mixed up for me and I can't tell at some point. Man pulled out red and thought you were going to put lipstick. You know what? Just because you said that, I'm going to add... He's a femboy after all. He's going to have a bit of a pink bottom lip. He's going to have a bit of a spot right there that no one will see, but it's like a little lip gloss. Take that. Have his eyes more defined, I guess, if you can call it that. As far as the legs, we're going to fulfill Corgi's previous suggestion before, and we're going to give him kind of like a dirtied yellow. There we go. And ooh, maybe a very, very pale purple. I forgot what this kind of purple is called. Holy shit, I may have done something racist. Am I overthinking? A dark-skinned fella with that's not pronounced lips, but like a black afro looking thing, purple and yellow black dynamite pants. I may have done something bad here. Oh dear. I might be overthinking it. I'll pleading ignorance. It's called the white worry. I think a very pale green would be nice too for the wings. As you wish, Core. Alright, so that's the fairy. How tall is he? I gotta know now. It's obviously gonna be the shortest, but... Oh, what did I just do? That's not... There we go. How tall are you? I guess if we were to angle him like that, he'd be under 2 feet. That's fine. I mean, in this world, there are fairies, and one of the gifts I have of this world, of the granny and the fairy in the previous stream, there are fairies in the distant background. I'd kiss every character on screen minus the child. He gets a high five. Kiss him on the forehead, why not? Yeah, all of them are pretty smoochable. Would you smooch the dog on the forehead? How many characters do you plan to do? As many as it'll take. Like I said, I don't know if this is even going to be a confirmed cartoon or not. I thought I'd just live stream doing some characters for this made-up world. But if it was a market scene, there would be plenty of characters. I think a lot of it would revolve around the farmhouse, and the farmhouse consists of wait of Clue, Rudy, Jolene, and the dog. And if they're in the market, then I think this big boy here would be definitely selling his farming goods. Me acting innocent as fuck, even though I got audio porn blasting in my headphones. Which ones, Core? You gotta tell me who you're listening to. You're right, he can have a little kiss on the forehead and the dog. And the Doge. Me too, Core, me too. I'm listening to YND talking. Does that count as smut? No. There's so much sass in that dog. Other than, the stare of horror, poodles, I think, are just genetically stuck up. Like, as soon as you see a poodle, even doing the cutest shit in the world, you can't help but just kind of point at it and go, hey, not as a pun, but that dog is a real bitch. Like, that dog drinks tea in its water bowl, I'm gonna play an audio that I made for it's only 48 seconds of between Jolene, Clue, and Rudy, and I just wanted to see if I could plan out at least what I could hear in my head. Jolene, that is the only one talking in the audio, is used by an AI, but like I said maybe an hour ago, I use AI voices only as placeholders until I can get an actual voice actor or actress. So here it is. I don't know if it'll be loud enough.
Clue! I know we have some ill blood between us, but there needs to be a discussion about your son. Ugh. He's been very resistant with me the past couple of days. If you two are going to live here, there needs to be some respect to his auntie. Maintenant je sais où il l'obtient.
And that's pretty much it. I don't know how good that could have been heard. I forgot that the audio settings on the desktop are low for the sake of the stream, but hey, YND's best joke. Nuh-uh. We need a friend for the kid? I don't know. We're drawing a lot of short people. I kind of want Rudy to be... I don't want to say friendless, but he will be acquainted with a lot of people. Friend or not is a loose term, I suppose, in that scenario. But I want Rudy to be kind of a mystery. I want him to be you might see Clue as kind of a shitty parent because she has no idea, even at his age, what to do with him. But it's really because I want there to be kind of an underlying tone of danger with Rudy. He'll look like an innocent kid, and you don't know what's under his hair. You don't see his eyes, but even I don't know yet what would be there. I don't want him to look like a normal kid. I don't want him to be regular. I think the first draft I had for him was he looks like the way he does now, but um, I want him to maybe be an experiment. Like he's a homunculus. But I'm not quite sure. Future hentai stop it. No. I don't like that, Corgi. uh, but in that audio, I made the sound in it, but obviously just right off the bat, no one would know what happened when Jolene paused. But you may have heard a swing set, and I wanted that to be Rudy swinging on a tree, or a swing from a tree. Corgi, don't worry, you're overthinking stuff. But as Rudy is just swinging, he accidentally kicks this poodle off the ledge of the cliff, and all he goes is and that's it. He just is like, oh, I did that. He's not traumatized or anything. He's just, you know, like there's something wrong, but it's not necessarily too evil. It's almost like a sociopathic behavior. Like I don't think he would willingly do anything terrible. Hentai, all we're missing now is the tentacle monster. Well, Hoppy, in the cartoon I released, the cartoon literally ends with a black tentacle monster in a black void. Well, that's the end of that. Hoppy, okay, I think everyone's seen that British guy meme where the guy's like, oh no. Anyway, that's pretty much how Rudy reacts. And the dog would be fine, by the way. Like, obviously, like, they're going to be hundreds, maybe 1,000 feet up in the air where the house takes place. Realistically, the dog would be dead. But it's a cartoon. So, whatever. The dog would come back like nothing happened. That's another thing too. When I said that the house would be placed like 1,000 feet in the air, like they're pretty much living on floating pillars in the air, and Jolene absolutely hates magic. It's why would she live up there in the first place? And I want to think maybe Clue's mom is dead. Rudy's grandma, Clue's mom, Jolene's sister-in-law. Jolene and her husband are inherited the house. But yet, Clue's mom also had witch tendencies, and maybe that's the reason why the house is floated up in the air. Isolation, so she wouldn't be bothered from her magical works. And though Jolene is reluctant of the idea, it's still a house and something that she can use with her husband that is also dead. Like, she's pretty much the only owner of the house now, and now that Clue's moving in, I guess, like, who is Jolene to say that Clue can't live in her own mom's house? He's kind of a whip. Who, Rudy? Probably. If that's who you're talking about. I really don't want to redraw a centaur. I did in a previous GIF in the market, but if I were to find his reference again, he would have a giant unsheathed horse stick, and I don't want to see that. Especially on stream. Why do you feel gross today, Corgi? Did I do that to you? Did I make you feel sticky? A lot of people don't want to touch me because they're afraid that they might think I'm as sticky as like a theater floor, but why do you feel gross? um, you know, I'm gonna try to do something with these wings. I did it in the previous tune, but I want to do it again because I think it's a cool effect that I might want to share. To make the wings look like they're moving quickly, you go to blur and then you go to motion blur. It's not really a profound science, but I don't know. Give that effect a go, and there we go. Fast wings. Just one of those days, sadly. Well, then make yourself feel better. Eat something that might make you happy. Ever hate the feeling of being hot and cold at once? I'm experiencing that right now. I fucking hate that every single time I go to bed, at least in the summer. Like the sheets are really cold. I love feeling cold. And then suddenly it's muggy. And then it gets cold again, and then you're in like a cold sweat pool, and then you just want to not be there. I'm already not liking the way she looks. I think that maybe her hips are a little too wide, which is a shame because thickies are. That looks a little better. I think she was just a little too wide. Smart, pretty boy. Don't do that. No one's allowed to call me any names. I'm not smart. I'm not pretty. I'm handsome. If anything, I'm a streetwise, average man. How about that? I'll look like this guy in like 6 years. You know what? I'm going to actually just copy and paste the centaur and just remove the dick. That would probably be easier. Jesus, that's a lot of dick. Sure happy that no doofus over here is seeing it right now. A dick, that is. Hoo-wee. That's a lot of dick. Gosh. Okay. Give him shorts. Okay, here he is. How big would a centaur fucking be? I mean, the lore to a centaur in this world is a little fucked up. Because, like, I want it to be like, well, someone had to have fucked a horse, you know? Our pretty handsome, sexy, cute, beautiful, magnificent, gorgeous, sensual, hot, and sweet man Stop. I guess. Well, Goblin Girl's already riding on top of him in this cutout, so if we try to size her up to this current one. Then in theory he would match his actual size. Ooh, okay, yeah. So alright, I have an idea. I'm gonna new project it. Oops. New project. We're going to make the size humongo. Right? So that it is this size, so we can just cut it out and be an accurate size to the whole thing. I'm going to remove that. And then, now that we have this as a stamp, let's see. We're going to also have all of this as a stamp as well. So now we have every character. And then we're going to delete that too. And then we're going to modify the project to not just be wider, but we're going to increase the height too. So when we modify it, boom, we have a bigger slate and we have much more room. And we're going to shift it right here. There. And then all work in progress characters can be in the corner so that they can leave us be for now. And finally, we can go to our various stamps and then boom. We've got our character. I knew that's where you were going with. I'd expect them to be about the height of 6 foot or over. That's what I was thinking, Hoppy. Cora, why'd you delete your message? How could you? Nightly, how do you feel about being our BBG? No one told me what a BBG is. God, you gotta tell me what that means. Me sleeping when you post something, awake. Yes, I agree. Everyone must be awake when I post something, no matter how good or bad it is. I'm gonna take another gulp from my water. Very smart BBG. Oh yes, because a BBG means a very smart BBG. Okay. Oh. BBG means baby girl? Oh, because BB is like short for baby, and then G is girl. Oh, that's stupid. But thank you. I see. Glug glug. Okay. So goldfish memory. Maybe I just didn't even see it in the first place. We're going to delete this goblin girl since she's already existing down here. See, I could draw... this was from scratch. I could draw a body, like a dude bod, real easy. Like, what happened? Maybe it's just not my workflow right now. I think that's not bad of a dude bod. I mean, it could use work, but... you know, whatevs. Then just draw his perfect horse ass. This is what it looks like from behind. Anyway, now we gotta just make his outline black. There we go. And the color of his skin was actually not real. Like, it was a very pale purple. Because I think it's free game if you have mythical creatures have mythical colors, right? Oh, I see. That's good. YND would be something I say daily. Yeah. What do you mean by looked? What word did you correct to looked? I'm confused. Okay. Time to color this man in. I forgot what his horse half was colored as. I think he was brown with white spots. Because you don't really see, at least I haven't, I haven't seen a lot of centaurs where their horse halves have like a unique pattern, and I wonder if they do that in media just so it doesn't cause too much distraction. Usually it's a solid coat of like black or brown, white, whatever, but you don't see like, you know, brown with white spots or anything, black with white dots. Well, thank you very much, Corgi. Gee whiz, you're such a good girl. Because you're a dog. Get it? That was kind of mean. Someone could be like, oh wow, can't believe that you called that poor viewer a dog. Special Forces, Roberta. You can't do that. I think this guy also had black hair. I think it kind of matches a bit with... Well, black and purple go well really, really good. What the fuck happened? Why does this look like shit? Hang on a sec. What if I... Yeah, that's better. A very dark gray is better. Corgi is a doofus. Everyone laugh at her again. Give her a humiliation kink. The Seraph horror. I mean, yeah, in the cartoon, he's watching a granny with a giant, like, 2-foot wiener plow a ferry in public. Of course he's gonna be like, yo, what the fuck? Oh, I forgot his hands are colored too. Okay, and then the rim of his vambraces are going to be silver. or gray if you want to be specific. Then maybe, I don't know. I don't want to use poop brown again. Betray one of our own? I just did. I just said humiliator. You're supposed to obey. It's my call. I mean, following. Yeah. Nah, but don't bully. There's a difference between jokingly bullying and then being an asshole. And no one wants that. Unless people like bums? What do you mean, Corgi? What do you mean? Gotta take a peek at something right now. Okay. I'm gonna leave his coat blank right now because I don't want to deal with that. Okay, we're gonna have him closer. I think I'd want to draw the granny next, but I'm not sure if I feel that confident enough right now. Like, I don't know if I have the energy to do that. But yeah, these are characters to, what should the, fake show be called? Clue and Friends. Smiley face. No. I don't care. I think I'm gonna call it now. It's been 3 hours. Monsters and Adventures. That's cute. I hope everyone enjoyed. I know that it's been kind of everywhere right now, and it may have took a little dip as I've lost some energy, but I hope all of you have a good day and night, good morning, afternoon, and evening. I'm gonna go have some grilled chicken, and all of you better drink, go to the bathroom, or eat something, whichever you need to do. Thank you, Corgi. I love you too. Anyway, bye.